All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Athlete Artist Show. I am the artist Kyle Forge alongside the athlete professional hockey player Zach Boychuk. Season 6, episode 19, I believe, presented by BETHOG, our official sportsbook and casino. We had back with a recorded episode this week. We had 2 streams last week, which was awesome. Zach, you had a busy week last week. You had 2 or 3 games, and then we had the gold medal game too. So I just streamed on Rumble, had some fun. Probably our most engaging streams that we've had. We had over 100K views on the one stream, and then the gold medal game, it was just me and a bunch of Team USA fans. So I was getting chirped, especially at the end when I had to sit there and watch them get their gold medals.
Tough, but those streams are fun when you're watching live games like that, especially for you getting to do the gold medal game.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, I got our Twitter suspended, unfortunately, so we're trying to get that back. But Rumble
Come on,
lets us
Elon.
Rumble lets us do whatever we want. I don't know which is crazy. Twitter lets some crazy stuff go on Twitter. We don't need to get into the details of what they let go on, but I feel like live streaming the Olympic Games is the least of their worries of what you can see on Twitter. So,
Yeah.
but I mean, they were pretty strict with CBC was pretty strict with all that content. Like even NBC, like the I've never seen rights so strict. We couldn't even see the American highlights because they were posted by like the NBC.
Yeah. Unless you had like a VPN or something,
Yeah,
you couldn't see any of the American highlights.
I couldn't even visit the NBC Olympics page on Instagram either. It was nuts.
Crazy.
But,
I don't know how all the rights work, but if you're from Canada, CBC Gem was pretty sweet.
it was, especially once they fixed it. I think they fixed it like the last 2 days, so you didn't have to go through all the ads, or well, they still had ads, but it didn't make you stuck on the one and then kick you out, which was nice. But
Sure.
yeah, let's get into some Olympics, man. That was a fun 2 weeks. Didn't feel like real life was going on around me because I would just wake up and the Olympics were on until like 3 or 4 in the afternoon because of the time change. So it was pretty crazy. I've never been that invested into all of the Olympic events. It's usually just hockey for me, and then in the Summer Olympics, it's like judo and wrestling and stuff like that. So getting into a lot of the events besides hockey, man. I think figure skating is my new favorite sport. Like it's
What about
nuts.
curling?
Curling was tough to watch for me after that first one. Once I got into the other events, but we did get a gold medal. Your boy won a gold medal.
The cheaters.
The
If you're not cheating, you're not trying.
Shout out crash conditioning. That's what they teach over there in the summers, hey?
Yeah, Benny Hebert got the gold. I was pumped. I think that's maybe his second gold medal, and just shut up those Swedish guys. They ended up finishing last, so it looks like the good guys came out on top.
Yeah, I saw Hebert put out a little bit of a statement after talking some shit after, which was pretty funny to see. I saw Crash share it too.
So good. But at least we're on top of the curling world. Not so much the hockey world, but
On top of the curling world, on top of ski, big air as well. Megan Oldham won gold in big air freestyle ski, which was sick. Eileen Gu she representing China finished second, who was kind of one of the favorites going in, but Megan Oldham won it, which is awesome for Canada, get a gold there.
you won
And
another medal too, right? Like a silver or bronze?
yeah, I think she had bronze in the other one, so she swept up there. Courtney Sareau in speed skating won 4. She had 2 bronze, 2
Crazy.
silvers, which is nuts.
The beast from the east,
The beast from
they
the
were calling
east,
it.
yeah, which was nuts, man. Figure skating was crazy. Like a lot of those highlights. Ilya, the quad god, man, people would give him such a hard time for his solo skate, but he won gold in the team event for figure skating. But just, I mean, shit happens. Like no matter how
He
good you
fell
are,
like what, 2 or 3 times,
I
but
think
then did a backflip after.
I think twice, and then did a backflip. Yeah, so like, and people like the media was killing him. I'm like, man, like this guy's 21 years old, if that. Like he'll be back in another Olympics. He'll be fine. And like his brand outside of figure skating, outside of those events, is insane too. Like the guy's making so much money, most likely with all the endorsements he has. but his Olympics. So at the end, I don't know if you saw it, they had a figure skating gala at the end of all the events, which basically it's they invite a bunch of the skaters to perform at this. Basically, it's like a closing ceremony for figure skating. Dude, he skated to a song called what was it? It's by NF, Fear by NF, and it was unreal. He was wearing like $2,000 jeans and like a hoodie, and man, that was probably the best skate of the entire Olympics. Was his gala skate. It was nuts.
That's pretty cool. I guess the pressure would be off for something like that, right?
Yeah, and his visual, I really liked how they did the gala too, because it was very artistic in terms of the skates. Like they had the lighting down, they had a little bit of production. It wasn't as formal, which I think that should be a category for figure skating at events like that. It would be sweet to see a whole event based around that. And then, man, Alyssa Liu, got to be hands down the coolest person in the world right now. Like, she went into the Olympics, I think, with maybe 500,000 followers, maybe 200,000. She's on Instagram. She's at 6 million now.
That's insane.
Insane. If brands aren't lining up to pay this girl millions and millions of dollars right now, I don't know what they're doing, because she is an absolute superstar. She's hilarious, and she's so talented.
Pretty cool. I mean, to get that many followers in the span of 2 weeks.
Nuts. Like that's stuff you see at like K-pop. Like in the Olympics, man, some of these athletes are, man, they're, even if they didn't win, which she did, she went 2 for 2, won 2 golds, so which is sick for her. Got the team event, then she got the solo, but just getting that much of a platform in that little of time, like there's positives to that, obviously, because you'll have brands chasing you down, but that's a lot of pressure to it for some of these athletes at such a young age. Like she's only 20 years old. Ilya is 21, yeah. I think one of their other teammates is only like 18. Some of the other skaters that are out there, they're like, I think the athlete that skated or that finished third in the solo event, she's only like 17. Like these athletes it's crazy how young these athletes are.
So they might have a couple more Olympics in them. A couple, yeah, for sure.
Definitely. I think the skater that finished second in the solo skate, she's 25 or 26, and she's like, yeah, I'm retiring. I'm like, you're retiring? I feel like you're in your prime. Like, but these athletes have been going since they were so young at these high profile events that they're like, yeah, we're done halfway through our 20s. Yeah. Alyssa Liu, she retired at 16, or I think at 18 or 16. At 16, and then she came back when she was 18, and now she just won the Olympics. Like, insane.
Wow. Yeah, the training that comes with that, and every year going to like the World Championships and stuff, trying to qualify for the Olympics. It's a grind. Probably a lot of mental and physical work that you probably just want to quit after a long 4 years of that.
Yeah, and she had talked about how, I guess in figure skating, some of the coaching could be super, super controlling too, which was one of the reasons that she had quit. And she skated under her dad as well. And she said when she decided to come back that it was because she decided and she was able to take the power back and be able to have full creative freedom of her routines and her team and stuff like that, which I mean is kind of a comparison to what I deal with in the music and entertainment side with the company that I'm launching, with artists having creative freedom and being able to control their careers rather than having to listen or be controlled by another entity above you, type of thing. So it's interesting seeing that in sports like figure skating as well, where it's, everyone, you might think look at it from the outside or from the surface level and be like, oh yeah, they're sweet skaters, like super talented, but they don't really see what goes on behind the scenes, and it can be a pretty grueling process.
Yeah, there's the business side, and having a boss and a coach, and it can be a lot. I think in any sport, even hockey as well. So yeah, good that she took the power back and is enjoying the sport again.
The freestyle skiing is another one that I loved watching. We mentioned Megan Oldham, but they also did half pipe as well, which Eileen Gu, the only, I don't know if she was the only women's athlete or the only athlete in general for freestyle skiing to do 3 events, and she ended up not even getting a practice run for the
No way.
freestyle skiing for the half pipe because she had to skate or not skate. She had to ski the finals for the other event, I guess the day before or the 2 days before. So she ended up going in cold, wins gold.
Without a practice round.
Most decorated free skier of all time. She
That's crazy.
ends up medaling in every event at the Olympics. I think she got 2 silvers and a gold or something like that, which is nuts. Like, and she's making millions and millions of dollars too, which is she's only 21 years old, I think, too, or 22.
Is she the one that's making more than Matthews?
Yeah.
Like 30 million or something?
Yeah.
Must
Crazy.
be nice.
Must be nice.
The richest athlete at the Olympics.
But good for her, man. Like these endorsements, like I tweeted it out before our Twitter got suspended, but she is the dream athlete for any brand to want to work with, I think. Like, she's obviously talented, but she's great on camera, knows how to talk to media, knows product placement. When she was getting her silver medal, I saw her as she was posing, she just subtly just rolled up her sleeve so you could see the watch she was wearing and posing, right? I'm like, man, this girl knows business.
Well, Juta or whatever you want to say, Jake Paul's
Utah,
wife
yeah.
or girlfriend, she had the Nike underneath her suit, so she got paid big time for that too, I think.
Yeah,
they know their brand placements.
Yeah, I think that like the team or whatever, what were they sponsored by? Like Fila or however you pronounce it too? Is it so? Like, I'm sure they weren't too happy about her ripping down the uniform to show that her Nike deal.
Oh, I heard the federation like wanted a cut of the $1 million or whatever she was getting from Nike.
No way.
Yeah,
I don't think they can enforce that.
Or something.
That's hilarious. Man, I mean, I've put it off for too long now. I feel like I've in terms of the opening of this podcast, but we have to talk about hockey, unfortunately.
It's tough.
You know what?
I thought the women were gonna come out and win that game, being up 1-0, going with like a couple minutes left.
Yeah, and
they were not expected to win that game.
No, they picked up their shit for that first game against Team USA, and when they lost 5-0.
That first game, yeah, it was not pretty.
Sure, bounced back. They were controlling the gold medal game, and then USA ties it late, and then you go into 3-on-3 overtime, which is
the one girl got hooked on the breakaway. It was like a 2-on-0,
crazy.
And I was like, oh, of course they're not going to call anything in overtime. And then, but yeah, even in the in the regular with a minute left, Hillary Knight, she's all open in front to I think to beat the record for most goals by an American in the Olympics, and she put a dagger to the Canadian hearts. I felt like after that goal went in, it was kind of all the Americans after that.
Yeah, it was tough, and especially just how hard Canada fought too. Like that was the game everyone wanted to see in the Olympics, which it usually comes down to Team USA versus Team Canada in women's hockey for the Olympics. I mean, I was impressed with how well Canada played in that game. It's obviously sucks for them. Like, it's interesting with hockey too. Every other event, I think everyone's happy to get a silver medal or a bronze medal, just a medal. Obviously, you want to win gold, but you medal at the Olympics is a big deal. You see the looks on their faces after that gold medal game. They're like, we don't want this medal right now. Like,
definitely not. I mean, it was good to see Marie-Philippe Poulin get back in. I mean, I think she was playing a little bit injured, but she kind of powered through it, scored a couple goals in the semifinals, and then couldn't get on the board in the gold medal game. But at least she got to play that one. And, they were saying that the women's team was a little bit older, and the American team went a lot younger, faster, but I think if Marie was healthy, she would have scored in that game.
And I think I don't know if she alluded to it or hinted at it or a commentator hinted at it, but she might not be done. There were a couple other players on Team Canada that they were saying this was probably their last Olympics, but Poulin might stick around for another 4 years, and I think she would be the same age as Crosby was in this year's Olympics in her next one, so she could stick around.
She can do it. Yeah, she's still got it. She's gonna want revenge, so she'll be training hard the next 4 years.
For sure, definitely. Which it'll be nice to see them bounce back over the next few years and see what happens with Team Canada there. I mean, obviously Poulin will have a lifetime spot on the team, but what happens with the rest of the roster? And do they go a little
Could
bit
be some
younger? Do
change.
they? Yeah, and we'll see what happens in the Canadian development system in women's hockey over the next 4 years.
Yeah, at least it was a good gold medal game, though. I
Yeah,
think that's great for the women's game, and you'll see a lot more people watching their leagues and watching the players. So
they need to adapt the
yeah, it's
PWHL rules for it though, and just let them hit.
yeah, I'd like to see more similar to the PWHL rules.
I mean, we're talking about. I don't know if we discussed this on the last episode, but I don't know if it had happened yet. We talk about outside rules, NHL rules for some of those Olympic games. Tom Wilson dropped the gloves in the first or second game there, just like we predicted.
Yeah, got kicked out of the game.
Did you see the France guy got banned from the rest of the Olympics and is now facing criminal charges for like another
They
incident or
reopened
whatever?
another incident.
Yeah,
Yeah,
where it was just like a scrum where he just popped a goalie in the face. Like, what is going on in France? Like, that is the softest thing I've ever seen. This is hockey, not soccer, guys. Come on.
that's tough. The country and the federation just was not happy with it, I guess. I don't know.
Crazy. Gold medal men's game. Man,
Heartbreaker. Another heartbreaker.
you know what I realize here is Team Canada with Zach Boychuk wins gold. Team Canada without
Usually,
Zach
yeah.
Boychuk doesn't win gold. World Championships, they cut Zach Boychuk for Nathan McKinnon. They don't medal.
Lost to the quarters.
Olympics, Nathan McKinnon misses an empty net. No Zach Boychuk, no gold medal.
If they just would have had me and Sid, I think Canada would have won gold.
Yeah, like it blows my mind that Crosby did not want to go out there and play in that game. And like I get it from his perspective, like, hey, I'm not at my best. I want the guys to have the best chance at performance. But Sidney Crosby is still Sidney Crosby if he's injured. Like you need him on the bench, even if he's not playing as much out there. I think I would rather have an injured Sidney Crosby than a healthy Sam Bennett in that game.
Yeah, just the presence on the bench, even if he played, 5, 6 minutes or just played power play or something, I think it would have been huge for the locker room, going in that intermission to play 20 minutes of 3-on-3. I think having him around to calm the boys, I think that would have been huge. But I really thought, after the semifinals, he didn't play. They were saying that he was going to be like 70% chance of playing in the last game.
Yeah.
And MCLs are tricky, whether it's a grade 1, grade 2. I'm sure it must have been pretty bad for him not to play. But yeah, I knew it would have been tough for him to play the semis and the finals. I think maybe he could have toughed it out and played in that final game, but he obviously knows his body well and felt like the other guys were going to be better than him.
Yeah, and I think he was in the locker room in between periods, but it's different with when you're on the bench with the team, even as captain. Like it just, I really wanted to see him out there. I really wanted him to get another gold medal. I mean, hopefully in 4 years he's still playing. I'm sure he could be play. He's definitely could play in the NHL in 4 years, but hopefully he's still on Team Canada in the next Olympics. I think it's in
I
France.
think 2 years from now he'll for sure be on that like World Cup team. They'll do a World Cup in 2 years and then
Yeah.
see how he goes 4 years from now in France. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me that he's still going by then.
I forgot about World Cup is coming up in 2 years. So that's, yeah, that could be the tell to see if he'll, how he performs at that, how he feels after that, if he'll end up playing in the Olympics in another 4 years. But man, heartbreaking game. It's such a good hockey game though. Such a great hockey
Canada
game.
dominated, it
Canada
sounded like. I
dominated.
didn't even get to watch. I watched a little bit of the first period as I was getting ready for my game in Austria, but just seemed like Hellebuck just wouldn't let anything in.
Yeah, wouldn't let anything in. I mean, they're just defensive breakdowns on Canada's part to let those 2 goals in too. Like, I don't really blame Binnington for them, but the first one, Makar, like, you're supposed to be the best defenseman in the world. You let a guy skate by you like that, score on Benner. Makar ends up
Yeah,
scoring
he
it.
like flipped it up and like went right. But
Yeah, and then he scores a tying goal, and then in overtime, like, even with not even talking about McKinnon missing the wide open net, like, that happens. It sucks. That'll eat at him. But Makar in OT tries to jump up with a weak poke check attempt in Team USA zone. Puck goes right by him, and then he just walks back. Like, he's not even hustling his ass back. McDavid kind of dogged it back too, but Makar was literally just floating at the back end. Like, you could have got there. I don't understand what the thought process in his head there. 3-on-3, which, like, we can talk about whether it should have been 3-on-3 or not. I think we have similar opinions as the rest of the hockey world does there. But
should never have
regardless,
been decided 3-on-3. You got to
never.
play at least 10, 20 minutes of 5-on-5.
Yeah, 100%.
But they also, won in the quarterfinals against the Czechs. Like, if they would have lost to the Czechs in the quarterfinals again, just like the World Juniors the last 3 years, there would have been a summit. But I mean, they won it in 3-on-3 on the Marner goal. They had another close game in the semifinals. Got to the finals, but yeah, I think everybody was not happy about the 3-on-3 format.
No, and on paper, it advantaged Canada on paper, but on paper doesn't mean anything in hockey, which we've talked about 1,000 times before. And especially
they
when
just wanted it too bad. Like McDavid kind of was trying to dangle through a bunch of guys, and then Makar stepped up kind of aggressively. But I think in the end, like, the puck was there. McKinnon could have just took it with his stick. He kind of went for the body check, and maybe Makar was waiting for McKinnon just to rip it up or something. But could have been a better back check on both him and McDavid's part, and could have won the battle by McKinnon, and then it ends up in your own net. Jack Hughes kind of flubbed on the shot, went 5-hole.
Yeah, and if Makar had skated back faster, like, he takes away the middle of the ice there. That puck probably doesn't get to Jack Hughes, or at least he doesn't have as clear of a shot. But I mean, talk about Jack Hughes losing a tooth on a Sam Bennett high stick at the end of the third period, double minor. So, like, Canada killed off a double minor there, and then Jack Hughes took a penalty too, which kind of voided part of it, which was crazy. But loses a tooth, comes back out, scores the gold medal, the golden goal in the Olympics.
Pretty cool for him. So there's some good pictures of him with the no tooth, kind of bloodied up.
Yeah,
American flag on them. How did every single guy on the team basically have an American flag?
they had him ready, eh? They must have just had him ready.
Like, when we won World Juniors back in the day, there might have been like one or two guys that had that, and it was from fans like throwing their big flags down to us. But it seemed like every single guy on the team had one.
They were just collecting them along the way. They were waiting for that moment. I really love how they brought out the Gaudreau jersey.
Yeah,
I think, like, that's obviously, as Canadians, as Team Canada fans, we're disappointed in the loss. But I mean, you can't really write a better storybook ending for Team USA, especially with Johnny, and Johnny would have been on this team
for
100%.
sure. And his parents were at the game.
His parents were at the game. Yeah, that was his dad. The camera cut to his dad, who ended up tearing up in the crowd, and Kachuk and one of the other players, I forget who it was with him, but Maddie brought out Johnny's kids on the ice too. Got to take a picture with the team. So, like, it's hard to be mad at Team USA for winning when they do that after. But obviously, as Canadians, we're still disappointed. But pure class act there, holding up the Johnny Gaudreau jersey and having it in the locker room, just like they did at World Championships. And I believe they had it at Four Nations as well. But it's it was nice to see there.
And Matty Tkachuk gets the best of Connor McDavid again in the big game.
3 years in a row. Will it happen again in playoffs? Who knows if either of them will make it there again.
I'm surprised he didn't say always a bridesmaid to McDavid. He was saying that to Draisaitl earlier in the tournament.
I think because Draisaitl is McDavid's bridesmaid most of the time.
Yeah, maybe that's true.
I think that's what he was referring to. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure the chirps were going around there at Team USA. They have sure been partying since then.
What do you think about McDavid's legacy? If he doesn't win like an Olympic gold or he doesn't win a cup, that's going to be a big tarnish on him.
Oh, it'll definitely be a tarnish. I mean, I have no doubt that he'll win an Olympic gold. I think the next Olympics. I mean, how old is he now? I guess he's starting to get up there in age. I mean, he's not getting
30.
Is he 30 now?
1997.
Yeah,
So
29.
one
Wow,
more year.
we're getting old too. So I guess he'll be 32, 33 in the next Olympics. So that'll probably be his prime Olympics if this one wasn't. I mean, set the all-time record for points for a Canadian player in this one. So, but
MVP.
yeah, MVP. I have no doubt that he'll get a gold medal. I think his window is closing for a Stanley Cup though, and I don't think it's going to happen in Edmonton.
2 more years he's got. So if they don't win it this year, and they had a tough loss last night, I think they'll make the playoffs for sure. But I don't know if they have the team that they had the last couple of years.
I think he's going straight home requesting a trade to San Jose.
Go play with his boy Celebrini. Man, he had a great tournament.
That kid is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
5 goals. Was it 5 assists? Like, just insane. I think the only game he didn't get a point was the last one.
And he had a couple chances too. Like, he had 5 or 6 shots on net in that gold medal game.
Yeah. Do you think they're not happy that they didn't bring Bedard, or do you think they're upset with any of their picks? Maybe their D could have been a little bit more skilled, I feel like.
D could have been more skilled. I think the D in general, I mean, you talk about Makar, like should be best defenseman in the league. You shouldn't be making those mistakes in the gold medal game twice.
But he had a goal.
He did have a goal. I would have brought Schaefer instead of maybe Morrissey, or who else was on there. Yeah, the defense could have been a lot better, but I would have brought Schaefer, I think. Bedard, I mean, maybe over. Did you notice Bennett much? Like, I didn't really notice him.
Just when he was taking penalties.
Yeah, like did you really need Bennett out there when you already had Tom Wilson and Marchand?
They were really missing Braden Point. I think he would have made a huge difference.
Yeah, agreed. Braden Point would have been huge. Cirelli wasn't like I think you could have put Bedard in Cirelli's spot.
Hindsight's 2020. Like, now that you look like the 3-on-3, you could have used a guy like Bedard to go in 3-on-3.
But we also said Team USA could have used Cole Caulfield going to 3-on-3 too.
I guess I didn't need him.
Didn't need him.
They had the other Hughes brother, Quinn. He scored the first 3-on-3 one.
Yeah, man, those Hughes brothers. Did you see the interviews of them after? Just piled.
I didn't realize that their mom was she an Olympian or with Team USA and
gold medals? Yeah,
something to do with the women's team as well this year. Like, crazy how good that hockey family is. 3 brothers.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she won a gold medal when she played for Team USA. I don't know what year it was. Yeah, she won a gold medal with the Olympic team. Oh no, sorry, that was this year. She won it she was like a player development consultant. I don't know if she won it as a player. She won silver at World Championships. I don't think she did. She represented them at World Championships. But
sure.
Yeah, sick hockey family. Like, all 3 kids and plus mom. Like, what's dad doing?
I think he develops players too. Like, he was part of the Marlies or something. Like, I had to check out his hockey DB. Like, he's right in the mix of it too. He might not have been a great player, but he's developing some pretty great kids.
He played in the NCAA and then played in the A and then played in the IHL. He's played the Spangler for Team USA in 89-90. It looks like.
Good. Nice.
Yeah. And now he's director of player development he was director of player development for the Maple Leafs in like 2014-15. I don't see anything else since then, but
taking care of his sons.
What does Jim Hughes do? Yeah.
And then you got the Kachuk brothers. Obviously, Keith was there, probably having a good time.
Oh, yeah.
What party they had after, it seemed like.
Yeah, they were storming through Olympic Village, just hammered. I think Hughes was half unconscious on their shoulders.
Just getting carried around.
Man.
Wonder if Team Canada will stay in the Olympic Village next time.
Yeah, because they stayed in the hotel after that first little bit. I guess
They were
the
at, like,
Team USA
the
stayed in the village the entire
Carlton.
time.
They were at the village the whole time.
Yeah. See, can't stay in the hotel when you're at the Olympics.
They were saying it was like college, like just like little like beds and like a dorm, and like you go to the cafeteria and like crazy. They only had one bus. Like the Canadian guys got like full like NHL service staying at the Ritz Carlton.
That's crazy. Guess that, man, that makes us look even worse.
Oh, I know, but you had to do it because the last two times they won, I think they like in Vancouver they stayed in a nice hotel and didn't stay at the village. So
Oh, really?
you gotta stick with what works. But I don't know. It seemed like USA had a fun time staying at the village.
Yeah, those guys are. I feel like Team USA are definitely more the college frat type of players, and Canada was like the the more serious type of guys.
Taking it too serious.
Did you see McKinnon's face when they gave him the teddy bear at the end?
That's an all-time clip. He's like looking at the
Like,
thing, just shakes his head.
and like
That was
apparently
after they already got the silver medals too.
yeah, they sure delayed that. They sure stretched that process out. Hey, I feel like they could have give the silver medals and the teddy bear at the same time. But I guess the teddy bear is like a cultural thing in Italy for in terms of like giving gifts and stuff like that. I don't think a lot of those players, the hockey players, are the only ones that didn't care. Every other athlete that won medals, they were like, "Oh, teddy bear, cool." Like you saw the figure skaters like hanging them on there. The hockey players are like, "What the fuck is this?
Get this out of my face. Get the camera out of my face."
Yeah, it's a tough one for Team USA or for Team Canada. Great one for Team USA at both sides.
I think it was good for the game though. Like overall, you're gonna have more Americans playing, more. Americans hadn't won a medal in what 46 years or something
Yeah,
at the Olympics since 1980. So a lot of people seem to tune into that game, even though it was super early, especially where you were and on the West Coast. But I think there'll be a lot more, men and women playing hockey because of that.
definitely. Yeah, it was early here, but classic Canadian government. They when there's hockey, they change the liquor laws so everyone can start drinking at 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah, that was great. I love seeing that. Every bar is open, selling starting at 5 a.m.
It was great. That happened last time too, when I think 2014 when we were in the gold medal game. I remember falling asleep on the couch when I was supposed to go to Shanks. I think I said that last time, but this time I was up. I was on stream. I was good to go, drinking the coffee and
Getting
crying
tripped
by
by
the end
a
of it.
bunch of Americans.
Yeah, there it was a great crowd though in that stream. It was a lot of fun. I was a good sport because I guess a lot of them couldn't watch the game because they made you pay for Peacock down there, whereas in Canada CBC Gem was free. So all these American fans, they would have to pay for NBC or Peacock or whatever just to watch the game. And they were like, we really appreciate you doing this stream, showing the game here on Rumble, so we can watch it. So they appreciated it, so they were nice. There was definitely some shit talk for sure, but it was all good fun, and I stayed on until Team USA got their medals at the end to allow the Team USA fans to watch that and kind of give it to me a little bit more. I was a good sport about it. I just sat there and cried, but
Well, at least I could watch the game.
yeah, at least I can watch the game. Yeah. Anything else for me before we get timed out here?
No, just a little on our season. We got one game left. If we win, we lock up fourth or fifth place. So big game that we're playing against a team that's one below us. So huge game for us. We got to get the 3 points, and then be 10 days after that we'll be in the playoffs.
And then is it top 3 or top 4 that get to choose their opponent for playoffs again?
The top 3 choose their opponent, and if you finish fourth, you're locked in the fourth. You can't get picked. So
okay,
it would be nice if we could finish fourth and get home ice advantage in the first round, and probably play the fifth place team. But we'll see what happens. The last game of the season.
the road to another ring for Zach Boychuk begins now.
That's the goal. I mean, we just signed Dustin Tokarski, one of my old World Junior teammates. So
No way.
We got a new goalie. Our other goalie, Lucas Horak, Czech guy, great goalie. He's got injured and he's
Oh no.
basically done for the season. So we had to sign Tokarski, and pretty excited to maybe try and win another championship with him.
We'll have to get your teammate Patan on to talk about his Olympic experience. Maybe.
Yeah, that'd be cool. He was raving about how fun it was, and I think they played whatever it was, 3 or 4 games, and he was just taking it in, meeting the athletes and going to watch other games. He saw, I think, some of the Canada game and met with a bunch of the guys there. So pretty fun week or two for him there.
We'll have to talk to him about meeting Snoop Dogg too. Snoop's manager is a buddy of mine, so we'll have to talk to him about that as well if we can get him on here.
Yeah, for sure.
Awesome, dude. All right, is your game tomorrow?
Yeah, big game tomorrow.
Sweet. All right. Well, good luck tomorrow. Hope you guys lock up fourth, and we're excited to obviously keep streaming. We'll hopefully have an announcement here in the next week or two, and some guests coming up for March Madness and into playoffs, and then obviously following along the newest playoff expedition of Zach Boychuk and over in Europe in Slovenia.
Sounds good.
All right.
Peace.